Well, hello there. Yes, it's that time of year again. Time for playa tips and tricks. Once again, you should always check burningman.com first. Read the survival guide, read everything they say, and err on the side of their judgment. For example, if you've listened to my previous tips and tricks, you know that running behind the water truck as a pseudo shower has been shunned and poo-pooed by the status quo of Water Safety and Bureau of Cleanliness. It's apparently bad for you. I've survived dozens of these showers, but I cannot advise it because my advisors advise me therefore to showering. Okay, so today I want to talk a little bit about how to fur your bike. And for the record, furring your bike is not a euphemism for anything sexual. It is a crafting term. It is a way of taking your metallic, mechanized bike and turning it into a cuddly, furry friend for the playa. So, what you're going to need is a bicycle, fur, a glue gun, scissors. Let's start. Okay, well the first thing that you're going to want is strips of fur for your bike. This I've found is the easiest way to do it. Now, if you've never cut fur, you're in for a treat because cutting fur. Have you ever seen a dandelion and it looks so beautiful and pretty, and the minute you put it suddenly becomes a virus on the entire community? Well, fur is very much the same thing. Once you cut it, you are going to have crap fuzz everywhere. So be careful while you do this. Okay, so what I like to do is cut strips that are, maybe 2 inches or inch or two. And you want to try to cut as little as the fur long hairs as possible. But really, it hardly matters because, you're going to make a mess. So, and I'm not very careful about this, partially because I'm not very careful about any crafting. That's why I like the playa. It's forgiving. For someone who is, less exact than maybe a more professional job might need. But since there's no such thing as professional bike furs, it gives us a lot of leeway. Alright. Now, that didn't look so messy, did it? Oh, jeez. So then I like to run my hand through it, pull this down, and try to get as much of the excess as I can before I start working with it. Because it's easier now to get clumps of this crap than to have to go through the house later. Here's a tip: when you do go through the house later, take tape or duct tape and make loops with the sticky side and the outside, and then just go as like a little suction creation as a fur moop cleanup thing. Maybe it needs a better name. Maybe in the comments, what's a better name for the duct tape fur cleanup thing? Okay, I'm gonna cut some more strips while the camera's off, and we'll get started. All right, ready to fur? Before we get started, a few glue gun basics. Intro to glue gun. The glue gun is an extremely powerful tool, and with great power comes great responsibility. Specifically, responsibility to your skin, because it comes out real hot. And it's really easy to burn yourself. You're going to think, no, I'm careful. Yeah, but the thing about glue gun is that it stays hot longer than you'd think. So what you want to have at all times around is, well, first of all, something that to set usually has a little built-in stand. So you can set it down as it heats up. So you don't get glue all over everything. And then you gots to have a bowl of water. Twofold reasons. One, in case Lassie comes to save you, you don't want him drinking from the faucet, so here you got a bowl. Two, and more importantly, if you get glue on yourself, on your hand, because of the way the glue gun works, you've got hot glue on you that stays hot, and so it continues to burn on you as it's on you. If you can get it off immediately, or stop it, or cool it immediately, you will get less burn, you won't have blisters. So if you get it on yourself, quickly shove your hand into your bowl. Hand in the bowl. Hand in the bowl. You will save yourself blisters. You will save lives. Maybe not lives, but blisters. And, when it comes close to the playa, having blisters on your hands on the playa is a fate close to death. Okay, so I got my glue. Got my glue gun. Seems to be heating up. And really, there's no on/off with the glue gun. It just gets hot. So we'll just wait for that to get hot. Okay, now we get our glue gun, and we're gonna put some glue on to anchor our fur, and then glue down the line and wrap as we go up. Ready? So I'm gonna just get a little glue on here. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Glue on there. I'm gonna use a little tool so I don't touch my hand to it, and I'm just gonna anchor that on there. Probably should have put the glue on the back. There we go. Nice and anchored. There we go. Okay, gonna give that a second. Alright. Now, that's when it gets fun. Put a line of glue down here. Woo! Woo! Now being careful not to burn myself, wrap it. Of course, working with smaller pieces makes this easier. Maybe I should have done that. You may find that working with shorter pieces works. You might find that narrower pieces works better for you. You might want to put the glue in one little spurt with every turn around. That might work better for you, depending on how fast it's cooling. But you get the gist, right? And that's basically it, you know? And then you're probably going to want to trim on the inside with scissors, so you minimize the amount of rub on areas. Anytime the fur is close to something functional, you want to really make sure that you're not in the way. Trim it if you can, pull it off if you need to. I got some little extra on this strip, so I'm just going to keep going down here. The great thing about fur is because it, by definition, fur colors outside the lines. Wherever your seams are, the fur is going to overlap that. So your messy seams where things don't overlap, it's all going to wash out. And then I wrap it. And then I glue it. And then I wrap it. And then I glue it. Then what? And then I wrap it. And then, anyone? I glue it. All right, and as I approach the final gluing, I want to make sure it's nice and, thoroughly glued. I'm gonna use my little knife so I don't burn myself, and hold it. And that's it. That's pretty much it. You pretty much cut, glue, wrap, glue, cut, burn out, water, cut, glue, wrap. That's it. Good luck. Oh, and send me a picture of your bike if you actually fur yours. We'll make a collection, a collage, a something. We'll fur it in a sexual way. Oh.